Welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia discussion, or a very special edition of this program tonight. As you know, we usually come on Tuesdays and Fridays, but like we always say, whenever there are interesting things and when we have the time, we'll come back here to inform you. So we want to say welcome to this special Monday edition of the Bottom Line Liberia. But this seems to be the is this the second edition for November, because today is the 4th of November. So the first was when, okay, today is Monday, right? So let's reverse: Monday the 4th, Sunday the 3rd, Saturday the 2nd, Friday. So this is the second edition for the month of November, right?
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
Okay, so let me say welcome to you, brother. And this is where we sit and talk and do the talking, and we hope people will listen to us. But if you're joining us for the first time, this is the program called the Bottom Line Liberia Discussions. We discuss from the top all the way to the bottom, or from the bottom to the top, wherever you want to take it from. We leave no stone unturned. We do what we have to do, and we say what we have to say, and give our opinions on the matter. Today, we're going to have interesting discussion. Paul and I will be here. We sorry, Chima Kamara is now with us this evening. But Tuesday, we hope you will be here. Paul, just tell me exactly how you doing, how you feeling, what's happening to you?
Well, Linford, it's good to be back on this edition of Bottom Line Discussion. Today, it will have a very interesting situation in Liberia, so we want to dive into it regarding the Supreme Court judgment that it came up with. We're also going to have another interesting story that the DEA chief, A.B. Kluman, was sacked and replaced today by the president. So those are topics that will be dived into. And interestingly, we also informed that Senator Lawrence or Senator Yummy Kanga Lawrence have been reinstated as the political leader for the Liberty Party. So this story will go into. And we'll also look at Henry Costa returned to the public platform. So we wonder, what's this guy intention? What's behind it? Is he coming back slowly? So those are the things that we'll be looking at tonight. But before we get into this and we'll ask you to kind of share the show. So we'll play some little Takun Jade music while we ask you all to kind of share the show.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Valley. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. With the promises that let us do all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we both tell you, for you fool us. You screw us, you use us and little on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much.
You are watching the review of Liberian newspapers headlines that made news during the week on the Bottom Line Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Yes, indeed, you listen to the Bottom Line Liberia. We come on every Tuesdays and Fridays, but we told you already that when interesting topics pop up, we're here to bring you the information you need. Welcome again, and we want to say thank you for joining us the first time, wherever you're joining us from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Linford Goer here from Norway, the Royal Kingdom of Norway, and Paul the Lord Chilpe is also from the Royal Kingdom of Great Britain. You see, my man, you're getting confused. At one point, your kingdom, then at one point, your Great Britain, then at one point, your United Kingdom. What we'll do now? Which one will take?
We are United Kingdom. First of all, I want to say good evening to our listening audience. Good evening to you. We are in the United Kingdom. Before it was England, it was Wales, it was Scotland, it was Ireland. But the nation came together, became the United Kingdom. So yes, so we're in the United Kingdom. And I want to say tonight we got somebody here. Joshua, thank you for joining us for the first time. Follow us here, click on the like button to. It's the first time here. Welcome to the Bottom Line discussion tonight. We also want to say, Lucretia is following. Good evening, guys. Hi, Lucretia. Good evening. Welcome, and please kindly share the show. Yeah, leave for flow.
Okay, for those of you joining us from Liberia via Jala TV, we want you to also share the show to your friends. And I personally, or like Paul, we share the show to our various contacts in various groups. So there are people actually watching it on those platforms, but we cannot see them because they are streaming on different lines. But we want to thank you for following us, because without you, we cannot be here, and without us, of course, we will not be here as well. So, Paul, this is Liberia, a country 147 years old, the country that we come from, the country that we were born in, the country that we will live in, the country that our children's children until infinity will live in. There are things happening that the normal human mind will not understand. And sometimes we try to talk, we try to explain, we try to put in our little ideas, but it seems as though people not just listening. So you have been following the news lately, especially when it comes to this Rick Monroe that has been going on within the House of Representatives, the lower house. And this is supposed to be the first branch of government. This is where the law that guides you, me, and all of our Liberian citizens, the 5 million people, the law that's supposed to guide us, the law that's supposed to keep us as people and set guidelines for us to follow so that we can break laws, so that we can do bad things. They are the ones making the law. But here they are, fighting each other, breaking the very law they made, and even the law within their own circle, they're breaking it. What have you observed in recent time? What have you been reading in the paper maybe yesterday, today, or the days before?
Well, thank you for that, Linfo. I think Liberia is an interesting country. I would say, in my own words, Liberia is not a normal country. And usually people will say, well, Liberia, those all that live, been around for a little while now will say normal days. Because the country is now, we're not in normal days, so we are not normal in Liberia anymore. So what happened? You have this group of people that decided to remove the speaker, but removing somebody, there's process. Group of people decided to not follow the process. They make their law, they decide not to follow their laws. So in any normal country, they will go by that process because we're not in normal time in Liberia, so they don't do things normally. And this is what happened now today. The Supreme Court now decided to tell them that you need to go back to work. Go honor the gavel of the speaker. So we'll wait to see tomorrow if these guys are going to return to work.
Yeah, but before we wait to see tomorrow, I want to quiz you. I just want to know how you're thinking. What if these guys do not return?
Well, there is a protest tomorrow. You see, they are the employees of the people. The people are the employer. If they refuse to go to work tomorrow, that means the people have the right to bring in new people because I'll give you a job. If you can't do the job, you get sacked. So the people have the right tomorrow to get them to work. If they refuse, the people can elect new people. That's the democracy.
You just talking about sacking.
Yeah,
we understand that the the director of the DEA has been sacked. That will be your breaking news. We'll bring it to you. Also, we'll talk about it. But and that is to show that if I employ you to work for me and you don't do what you are supposed to do as a job description, you can be fired, you can be suspended, and so that lies within the purview of the employer. I will employ you. I will give you a job. You eating from my hair. I can sack you. So, but let's look at circumstances surrounding the whole saga. This man to be removed for something they are accusing him for. And if, like I did a podcast yesterday, I say all of them accusing Fonatikova of corruption, of doing this and that and whatever. If they were to say, okay, all of you who want to remove Fonatikova will make Sasiwu today, or will strike lightning today. If you know anything about the thing you're accusing the man about, if you never do it, you'll go free. But if you are just doing a little bit of it, will strike the lightning. If you not do it, you'll be safe. What do you think will happen with a particular group of people?
The way you see, when people plan a coup, when a coup, that planning of the coup does not go well, this is where you get. We know that things like that are happening before in Liberia. So they thought they could have done the same thing, but there are like-minded people now within the us that have seen reason and say, wait a minute, we cannot continue with this same nonsense. Let's stick to our gun. Let the law prevail. And this is where it is now. So will these people not go to work tomorrow? That's the question we should have, because I know there is the citizens are gathering tomorrow to demand them to work. If I'm not demanding, it's a must that they work. If they don't work,
this will be a kind of warning that
like your boss. No, they already got a warning that you'll go back to work. They've been called, you'll go back to work, because people in their constituent have been talking to their representative, you'll go back to work.
So the march tomorrow will be like,
if they don't return to work, that's complete sack. That means the last arbiter of the law has spoken, say, look, this is the interpretation of the law. If you don't abide by it, that means you've been sacked. It means they're not waiting to work for the people that sent them there. So this is the beauty of it. So anyway, the Supreme Court, look at this one here. It was today ruling. And funnily, it's an interesting story. The defender of the so-called rebel is Vani Sharma. He acknowledged that they should go through the due process. And that due process is you accuse this man of committing crime. But there's a rule say if you get 49 person, take it on a horse floor, let the guy defend himself. But you don't want to give this guy the opportunity to defend himself, but you just want to remove him. So the Supreme Court said, now you'll go back and do the right thing. So tomorrow now they have to go back and do the right thing. If they fail to do the right thing, they'll be out.
But do you think from any kind of magical power they will be able to govern us for 9 years to get on the floor tomorrow?
I doubt it, because if they're going to get that names by now, they should have those names ready. So they stuck to the number.
Exactly. That's why I asked you that question, because I know it's almost next to impossible. Because how long has this thing been dragging on? It's been almost like
3 weeks now.
Yeah. Now, but it's a lot of things playing here, and people will not understand, because people will just look at it from the surface. Well, let me try to dive in a little bit. Fornati Kufa was elected by these very same people who want to remove him. And the reason they want to remove Fornati Kufa, some of the reasons do not hold water. Okay, but whether the reasons are good enough or not, your own law says you should be able to have 49 names. Whether you get 48 and a half, it will not work. You must have 49 names to be able to remove whoever you want to remove. But you are the accuser, you want to be the judge, you want to be the witness, and you want to pass the verdict. So it's like Fornati Kufa does not stand any chance of survival if they were to succeed. You see, man, fine. If you accuse somebody, gather this number of people, and then bring the case before us, all of us, whether somebody for accused or somebody, everybody will be, but you cannot bring names. Then you're boycott, and people are being paid to do this job. So again, they call you to court, you say you're not going there. Okay? So then who is violating the law? You sue the man. You sue the man because the sense is you sue the man or you accuse the man and then you sue him. So you be in a court to be able to judge, but you're not there. So who's going to judge the man, or who the man will be judging against? So you see, I think they broke their own law, and the Supreme Court has done the right thing. And in their absence, if they don't go tomorrow, I think the Supreme Court will also come up with another ruling, and that will solidify the position of the protests that the people will have tomorrow. So, like you said, rightly, we'll wait to see what tomorrow holds. Probably, they will see reason, because if they see the people converging on the Capitol, they will know now this thing getting serious. But I want you to I want us to talk about something.
Okay.
Yeah, and this thing is actually out of it will also be connected. Do you think the executive is actually clear of all these accusations that have been levied against Fonatikova, for which they want to remove him? Do you think the executive ain't got no part to play in there? I mean, I just want us to play around here. Your opinion will be your opinion, my opinion will be mine.
Well, that's a good question, Lynn. For what we've been told, the allegation that were put forward by the minority group that backed Fonatikova, that there was a cash, I think, 15,000 given to each of those people that today rebelled him. And one of the minority bloc member was able to receive 15,000. And the question was, where did that money come from? So the minority bloc already accused the executive that the money came from Ministry of Transport and Water and Sewer. So that means, if that is true, then the executive hand is in it. Then there's another revelation. Henry Costa did a podcast. He mentioned the vice president. He also part of the executive. So wherever where we put it, they're all finger pointing at the executive on this one.
Okay, and there are some conditions or some things that unfolded. Things happen before this thing happened. You know, for me, I don't have many good friends because many people don't think like me. I always learn to think critically. This is the reason why I don't have many good friends, because when people are thinking the other way, I'm going the other way. You know, this is a government, and this man they want to remove is the third most powerful man in the entire government, the Speaker of the House. Now, and this man comes from the opposition. It's supposed to be from the opposition party. That means that if he's not in cahoot, or if he's not in any agreement with the government, the executive, on certain issues, and he stands in the way, say the president wants certain bill passed, and this speaker says no, it will not happen. And so it is very, very much easy to understand why the executive want to get rid of this man and put somebody from their own camp in that position. But people are not looking at it. But let me take you back. 2 weeks ago, Fonatikova was not in Liberia. They seemed like the president. He and the president left almost at the same time. The president was traveling to America and Canada, and then he later on went to Rome, to Italy. Then Fonatikova was staying in Liberia. He even addressed a group that I belong to, the AJA, the Association of Liberian Journalists in America, AJA. He was there to address that group. The next thing we heard was President Bouakai was in Rome, in the Vatican, to meet with the Pope. And the next person we saw joining the president was the speaker. In fact, just before the speaker could go there, he had been defending the president's recent travels. That, oh yeah, it's justifiable or whatever. So you can see that relationship. Then when the speaker went to the Vatican, it was when now this whole thing happened, that a group was planning behind him. A coup has been planned, almost executed, because they were giving out money and people had gathered signatures, even though it started a long time according to information, but this was the time to do it. So it was like, okay, my own conspiracy theory, that's what I said, my opinion will be my opinion, yours will be yours, and anybody's can be theirs. So I am thinking that the president knows very well about this thing. But to be in Liberia, and the speaker in Liberia, and then this thing starts, it will not sound good. So I'm traveling, the speaker is traveling. In fact, I will invite him to the Vatican with me. We'll be meeting the quote-unquote most holy man on earth. Okay? So while we are meeting him, you guys can do this thing. That's what I think. I'm not right, I'm not wrong, but that's my thought, and nobody can change my thought. So I 100% believe that this president knows about this thing. The executive knows about this thing. Why? Like Paul mentioned, money came from his appointed officials. What else were? Money allegedly came from transport ministry. And those are government functionaries. So if money came from those places, going towards the removal of the speaker, so why think, or why does anybody want to think that the president does not know? And secondly, the president is the president of this country. What if it was the president that they wanted to remove, that people have planned to remove? You think he will remain in room and remain mute? He will not talk anything? And even came back to Liberia and he didn't say anything. The press were trying to question him. He mentioned nothing about that. What if it was the president that could plotted to remove him? It wasn't fully well that he invited this man to join him. Paul will come in. No fully well that he invited the speaker to join him in room. And while they were there, this thing was happening behind him. And he knows that the speaker is the third most powerful man in the country, and this kind of thing is happening to him. Why he did not even remain there to issue a statement or to make any statement? When he came, it took almost 1 week. Just 3 days ago, he decided to step in. After 2 weeks almost, then he decided to step in at the last minute of time when he knew that this thing was not working out. The president knew that this coup had failed and his effort was going in vain. And just to save face, he came back to say, oh, you know, this is not good for... When did he know that this was not good for the government? What if, the one question me I'm asking, for those of you who say the president don't know, what if it was him that the people wanted to remove?
Well, it's the same ground, because if he planned something, if he part of the planning and it didn't go well, because remember, I think over a week ago, the former president, Eddie Johnson, said, stop the noise and follow the rules of law.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you on the one, but then the president should have spoken, because it's been a week now.
Yes.
But they were still hoping that this guy would be removed by now. You see? So now it seems they're not going to get that 49 number. The plot failed, so everybody got to put smiling faces on and say, oh yeah, let bygone be bygone. We need to move the country forward. That's why it is. It was the same Unity Party that did it to Snow. They did it to Eddie Starr. It's the same Unity Party today is going after Fanatic Kofa. There is no coincidence. The plot failed.
I saw a list yesterday, but I can't just lay here. I tried to find it, but I'm not finding it. The list I saw, at least the minimum, there were about 15 to 16 lawmakers from the CDC, NPP. There was one independent candidate. Now, so if these people, they are around 40, they've been around 40, 41, 42, trying
43,
to,
44.
trying to build on this number to remove Kofa. Now, and if, let's just say, let me not bring it down to the minimum. Let's just say there were 40. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the names I saw yesterday, they are about 15, 16 lawmakers from NPP, CDC, the coalition. And there were no ANC, there was no Councilor Tiawan Gongolo's party, there were no other party members. It was only the CDC and NPP members that I saw. So if this group was 40, minimum 40, and you subtract this number of CDC people from there, so it would remain 25. So who is in the 25 were? The 25 were all United Party people. And then the thing that baffles me is when you see seditions who are supposed to be, they just came from government, they are the largest opposition party, they went number 2 during the election. When you see them siding with the ruling party to try to remove a speaker that comes from their camp, what does that tell you? Are they thinking, now listen, Paul, you and I are not too old, but we have seen a lot of things in Liberia because we grew up together, just about the same time. We saw coup makers, 17 gentlemen came and overthrew our Liberian government and killed Toward. Those coup makers, what happened to them? And I made a podcast yesterday. I was trying to count. If any member of that coup is still living, they will not be more than 2 or 3 or 4 that are still surviving. And majority of those people were killed by their own people. The same could make they kill each other. And that in Liberia, all around West Africa, all around Africa, when people make coup, if that coup succeed, they will begin to hunt each other one by one, because they didn't trust each other. So you running behind for Nati Kofa to remove him. And they put you there, and you are two different groups. You are seditions, you are Unity Party people. And if the game goes the way Unity Party wants it to go, you think you sedition will survive? No. Whether you put Unity Party person there, the sedition will still go after that person because they know exactly what to do. And if you put CDC person there, it will even be worse. They are removing one. So, it doesn't make sense to me that people would do something that they know will not just be feasible.
So, Linford, these two parties, they are not stranger to the games. Why am I saying this? If CDC is the bigger opposition party, could now with the ruling establishment to remove their own CDC speaker, what does that tell you? So there is a game that is being played here between both parties. Fanatic Kofa, months ago after the election, he expressed interest in becoming a president. I don't think that went well. That went down well with the CDC folks. Then you also have, let put the president one side, Omer Boyka one side. He have a young vice president that see this guy too as a threat, because according to the story, the vice president is behind this plot. So Fanatic Kofa is a young man too that look at the bigger picture. So to avoid this guy who now building this momentum, and he's performed well as speaker in the eyes of many Liberians, but why not give him the opportunity? So let's plan a coup now to remove him. I've seen this to tell you it happened just about 2 years or 3 years ago with a political parties that came together called the CPP. Two people expressed their desire to run. What happened? The other party turned against one person. This is the same plot. And then what they did, they presented the case to CDC to prosecute the other person, not to even smell state power. There is no coincidence. There is Liberia, that how they operate is the same group of people. Think on it. This is what Fanatic Kofa have to face with. But the thing is, what they should have done, get the number, come up with a resolution you have, put it on the chamber floor, debate it, and convince other people to vote Fanatic Kofa out. Game is over. But they decided to take the other criminal route to get rid of this guy that caught up with them. This is where it is. That's the game have always been played in Liberia.
The fact is, they did not have a case against Kofa, 1. 2, they did not have the number. And this is how they started teaching out money. Because if they had a number, they would not teach out money. But you struck a good point. If Fanatic Kofa came from the CDC camp, he served for 6 years as deputy speaker. Then CDC lost the election. Fanatic Kofa still won his seat. Then he ran to be speaker proper. This was a good advantage for anybody, and even the crazy man. You pause a crazy man, you black your ear, you make him stupid, he will still know that would have been a good chance for the CDC. But the point you struck, that CDC, that Fanatic Kofa, mentioned his intention a few months ago that he wanted to be president. And looking at the CDC, the orientation of the CDC is like a cult. They are not a real political party. It's a cult where they owe loyalty to certain beliefs and certain person. George Weah is that image of the CDC. When George Weah considered, we listened to what CDCians were saying. Okay? They were not happy. So they still see George Weah in that picture. And then seeing a Fonati Kofa that George Weah literally built up from ground to where he is now politically, trying to contest or step in the same shoes that George Weah wanted to step in, that will not go down well with seditions and with George Weah. And of course, George Weah, as former president of Liberia, the most famous Liberian man alive now on earth, will not confront Fonati Kofa straightly up and say, no, my man, don't do this. He will use surrogates. He will use surrogates. And who are the surrogates? The people that they got placed in the house, or people who are in the house on CDC ticket. You'll go after him. And Joshua, of course, he played a clever game last time. He came out, he condemned it. But who knows? Say you'll go. And you know why I'm saying this? This is politics. Boakai, when they went against Cummings, Boakai did not say anything. He remained silent until recently. The whole news came out that it was Boakai who were pushing people to go and do this thing. So, like you said, the two parties, they know exactly what to do. Now, you mentioned the Jeremiah Kun bit. Jeremiah Kun is a pawn in his whole game. He is vice president, and he thinks, oh yeah, you know, when Boakai move, that's my chance. But the United Party people do not like him. Number one. Number two, if a Fonati Kofa, who is speaker now, works well and say, well, I want to be president, and then the Liberian people start to go for him, Jeremiah Kun does not stand a good chance. Fonati Kofa too will not stand. So it's going to be a bloody battle. Fonati Kofa may be fighting against Jeremiah Kun politically. Jeremiah Kun may be fighting against Fonati Kofa politically. Then fighting the United Party people who do not like him. They may use him to get vote. So it's a big fight in there. Now, I want you to play the Henry Costa bit, and from there we can connect it to the idea that we're trying to create here, where there is a big fight over this elephant meat. Okay?
Okay. So
Yeah,
there our
play that.
audience listen to the Henry Costa. I'll come back. It's just a 3-minute clip. So listen to this.
A man who didn't even like you. Joseph Boakai went in bed with you because he wanted to win an election. You know, when he went to Kearsburg that day and told us at Mr. U.S. place that we got to dance with the devil to win, you were the devil he was referring to. Like I said, what do I care? Nah, I don't need favor from any one of y'all. You were the devil. And he was right. He picked you because he wanted to get Nimba, he wanted to win. He made a political decision. But you've become an embarrassment for this man. You're too desperate for power. What kind of man are you? And you don't even know A from Bofra. And you all over the place. Eh? You fighting this. And to you, the young people in the United Party, they've already formed Kun for presidency in the government. You working for, and Joe Boakai knows this. To my friends, many of you, my young friends in the United Party, the young ones especially in the government, you work for Joe Boakai, but you've already shifted your loyalty to Jeremiah Kun because you believe that Jeremiah Kun is the heir apparent and he's going to be president, and you've already started to disrespect Joe Boakai. The other day, the president nearly fired Cornelia Kra in his office. She is a cheerleader for the Kun for President wing, the women wing. He nearly fired her just before he went to room. When he found out that they are busy every Saturday, they go to Jeremiah Kun's house to eat dry rice with him. Because they think Jeremiah Kun is going to become president. You don't know the future. Joseph Boakai gave you a piece of job. You stay focused. You work, you deliver on the rescue agenda, but you are busy focusing on beyond Joe Boakai. The man gave you a job. Work for him now. Focus on the job he gave you. But you're already focusing on Jeremiah Kun because you believe that he's going to be president. And Jeremiah Kun is a dangerous guy. Everybody knows that. You're already fighting Yomli. You're fighting Dale on them. You know he's doing that? He's fighting everybody. This bugger went to one program the last time, the golden image thing that Julie Andy has. It was sometime this year. And the guy stands up there and he's saying to the people, I'm 45 years old. I can wait. Even the old man go for 20 years. What kind of rubbish you talking about? You got a golden image award thing. You already talking about you being president. When you're vice president, you sit in one corner, you put your hands between your legs, and you don't open your damn mouth. That's what you do. You all over the place. You all over the place. You undermining your boss. And you know that he's mad at you. But then again, your boss must have known who he was working with. They say you get crowd more than they bereave. President knew who he was picking. Yeah, but I empathize with him, you know? I like the old man. He's preoccupied trying to make something happen, fighting for the Liberian people, and all his people in UP are thinking about is beyond Joseph Boakai. My man, the man just became president. He ain't go 1 year yet. All you're thinking about is how you can succeed him, how you can remove speaker to put your own person there so you can control the budget and get richer through the budget. That's it? That's all you're concerned about?
So, Linford,
we've heard this voice resonating before. You know, they say history can repeat itself. And the longer you live for, the more you learn history. History will always be re-rating, repeat itself with some addition and some subtraction. We heard this voice. There are certain words that resonated with me when I heard this voice. And I can relate it back to the CPP days. Desperation, you're desperate for power. Comey was supposed to be desperate for power, where he can get Joe back a chance. Now it's Jeremiah who is desperate for power. And logically thinking, Paul, if anybody should be desperate for power, the president said, who it should be? It should be Jeremiah Kun, because he's vice president. So if Joe Biden falls down and dies today, God forbid, or Joe Biden resigns today, you think you're going to look for a different person? The Constitution says the vice president. So Jeremiah Kun has all rights among all the other wannabes. Jeremiah Kun has all rights to be desperate for power. And if you read the line that Costa is going, you know, I know this boy, and Costa has been accused many times. I used to defend this boy. I used to, you know, because I'm in the media. I like people who can talk. You know, that's my passion, talking. So if I know somebody who can even talk faster, better than me, I let him follow you. That's one of the reasons I used to follow him. But then sometimes he confuses me. So when he tries to make it look like Jeremiah Kun is, no, Jeremiah Kun by all rights, by constitutional rights, is the next man in row. Nobody can trace that, because if the law is supposed to be the law, then Jeremiah Kun is the next man in row, and he got to start planning. He got to show his ambition. So the Kofa, the whoever wants to be president, none of them have the right to Jeremiah Kun. Okay, in as much as I agree that while the moon shines, while the sun shines, the moon cannot shine. While Boakai is still president, Jeremiah Kun should not be president, but that does not stop him from expressing his anxiety, expressing his willingness, his preparedness. He should be prepared. Okay? And I told you that it will be a bloody battle politically, where Jeremiah Kun will want to run. Costa is already saying that the people in Unity Party do not like Costa. Then if Fanatic Kofa will want to run, and then he also got fight going on between he and the CDC people because of George Weah. So it's going to be a bloody battle politically, and we'll wait to see. But I can tell you that Costa is trying to make a comeback to Joe Boakai. That I can tell you.
See,
trust me.
Linford, something from that little clip, something I pick up.
Mm-hmm.
He called two names. Very interestingly, the Yumli, the DeLong. All right. I will take you back the beginning of 2021 with Stentor Waterspoon, the Costa, the DeLong, the Yumli Conga. The whole idea was, if we don't get Cummings out of the picture, 2029 should be for the younger people. That was their saying.
Mm-hmm.
So let's push the old man. After the old man, it will be our time. Costa is no stranger to that plan that he had. He mentioned DeLong and Yumli, and we all know Yumli also have an ambition. You see where the game is heading? So you get Yumli on his other side and DeLong. Costa now coming out clearly. The pictures now, the posters are put, is getting together. He pretend that he backing Fanatic Kofa to silence who the vice president. That this guy here, he know absolutely nothing. And this guy is undermining Joe Burka. Costa does not forgive Joe Burka for he wanted to be vice president. So he's siding with the other group. And I'm going to post something up here. The reason why Costa is coming up, it will not be no stranger because the people that move together trying to promote themselves. This is what happened today. Look at this clip. The Liberty Party reinstated Senator Lawrence as the political leader of that party since Musa Bility stepped down. The names is here. There's woman ambition to be president, and Costa did mention her name. Jeremiah Coon is undermining, and this is the rescue team. So after the old man, we might not have Jeremiah Coon in the picture.
Of course.
So it's a political game this guy are playing at the highest level.
You know, Paul, I know the word I use, listen to that. I told you it's going to be politically bloody. I'm telling you something. No, there will be nosebleed. What constituent does Yumli Kanga have? Grandpassa? Trust me, this is going to be a charade. Bring Joshua by in elections, in a race. So which party Yumli will be running on? Unity Party.
Liberty Party.
Yeah, so they're going to go to Unity Party. And
No,
do you know that?
Liberty Party.
Okay, wait. But that's the question I'm asking. What is the ground of Liberty Party? Where is the base? Grand Bassa?
But it's a Bassa party according to them. That's why they wanted Musa Bility out.
Okay. Grand Bassa granted, give it to Yumli Kanga. Then let Joshua in the race. Then bring the United Party, the ruling party, bring them in the race, and they know the game well. So will Yumli be running against the rescue father when he's rescue mother? So no, this is just, let me tell you, and God can do something sometimes. You know what they're doing? They're going to muddy their own water to the point where they themselves would not have any chance to survive politically. Huh? So Yumli will take a Liberty Party probably to the rescue team. That's what I think. But if she wants to stay alone.
Let me hold you there. You come in.
Okay.
Ask a question. It's a Bassa party. Jeremiah Coon will be classified as the Nima group.
Yes.
George Weah.
So subtract that Nima group from the rescue party.
I'm trying to agree with you here that the field will be really crowded and motley and really dirty. So if they all go in this line, they want to eliminate each other at this time. So they are not focusing on the bread and butter issue in Liberia now. They're focusing on who that we can sell to the people, that how we sold Joseph Boyka to the people and they bought into this nonsense today that the people can't even pay their children's school fee. So who next that we can sell? So Jeremiah Kuhn, who is sitting pretty, he becomes a threat. Fanatic Kofa, who is the speaker, based on his performance, he will become a threat. So they are trying to eliminate people now and position themselves for 2029. So it's all about 2029 election.
You know, it was like you were watching my podcast yesterday. I used to see what elimination. You know, when we were in junior high school, they had this I know algebra where you go through the process of elimination, right? You gotta eliminate certain fighters. And trust me, the game had just started. And you know who's gonna be the victim? Joe Wakai. Unity Party will be the victim. And ask me why, I will tell you. If you don't ask me, fine, I'll still tell you.
So before you say the victim, we know that Gafuan have come into the picture as well. It'll be interesting because he comes in because he should have taken over from Omer Boyka. He's now come in the picture as finance minister, right? So Unity Party may have Gafuan, they may have Amara Kone. So this is all the political games that we the theater. Look, buy a big television, maybe 150 inch, put it on your wall, or you can get a projector and sit down, get your Jack Daniel or get your stout every day, put your feet on and see how the game going to play. Nothing for the people in Liberia. It's
and I told you
this guy interest.
I told you the United Party or Joe Boyka. You know, I hate to be associating Joe Boyka with the United Party in the first place. Joe Boyka only used the United Party to come to prominence. In fact, Ellen Johnson wanted that Lufa vote and whatever and brought him. But Joe Boyka had never been a strong member of the United Party. But whatever the case is, he is president. And one of the biggest mistakes he will even ever make in his life would be to say he wants to go for a second term. that would be the biggest mistake. And that dream would die just before it even be born. That Joe Boyka will want to go for a second term.
Yeah.
That dream would die right away, flat. It would die flat. Just like you see a 12-tire truck coming, then one small laser run on the road, it will make it flat. Just like flat sheet of paper. So the United Party will be the victim. Number one, they've gone 1 year. No significant improvement, nothing. But the government has been marred by a lot of corruption accusations, and sanctions are coming. Trust me, some people, there gotta be sanctioned before the 6 years finish. Okay? So you go 1 year, you don't do nothing here. You don't got no clear-cut plan. You're living on imagination. You run the whole government on imagination. You're running from here, there, Yana. You're spending money. You're not bringing anything back home. The people are saying, you think why they want to do all this thing to control the house? So you enter year 2 with no plan still, with no achievement, nothing. You use $22 million. The road's not good. You say your campaign promise, the first 100 days, no car will get stuck. Cars are even getting more damage. In fact, buried under the wall. So what time will you have to start running campaign? And when you go to run campaign, because campaign will actually start from year 3. It may not be full-scale campaign, but year 3, you start showcasing what you've done. If you come to my village, I will ask you, what did you do for the past 3 years, going to 4 years? So you have this task of trying to recover the past 3 years that you lost, trying to recover, and you also have the task of trying to convince people. So United Party is doomed. Unless the Liberian people, as usual, they don't see, they don't listen, they don't care about what happens to them. Then they fight about it normally, and all of them will boil down. You know what they will do. I'm reading between the lamp. What they will do, all of them want to show importance. They want to show that we are on the political field. At the end of the day, they will all be dissolved and they might go back to the same unity party. That's what they want to do. Normally, when elections are coming like bro, all the political parties will get 35, 40, 50 political parties. At the end of the day, where are they now? They all go on water. Time for election, they start endorsing John Brown. They start endorsing. That's what normally they want to do. But normally to be president, forget it. I'm telling you, Paul, I could even be president instead of Onyomli. I am telling you, Onyomli can never ever win any election as president in Liberia. That's the highest she's known as senator. But what they want to do, they want to build a political importance and say, well, we are a political party. So any other party who wants them to join, then they'll go there and sell that slot. That's what they're doing. Say, okay, I can bring my people to you. I'll be senator or I'll be this, I'll be that. That's all. But don't worry about that thing.
Right. So we're going to take a short, little musical intro. You're talking about Unity Party have not done anything since they came to power. They don't know. But there was a music released by young people regarding the JMB. So I want to play this music while we take a quick break on this. Linford, give me your blessing on this.
You that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a question.
Who was sitting with them? Waga break gang. I will move on and with chin in leg. If there was sitting, I ready be or dance. As soon as pull it, then I see a chitty play. Waga informal criminal or directors. The one that stole in Eddie government made them ministers. Waga tell 100 to no car with Ishim what? If I ain't bringing party, say that we be fighting jobs. Who need to go see DEA for the over job? They hadn't said it, they still wanted this bigger job. But then we put it, baby, then no food for common people. You only travel when you can buy, you be sacking people.
We bring the keeper, we not know, say. The keeper, like we put there, we not know, say. We bring the keeper, we not know, say. The keeper, like we put there, we not know, say. We bring the keeper, we not know, say. The keeper, like we put there, we not know, say.
In the first 100 days, no car will get stuck on a major road in this country.
In the first 100 days, no car will be stuck on the major public roads.
You know why I was laughing to death.
So that just is a nice musical. You're talking about Burka didn't do nothing, and this is just show that the people now have realized the government not going to go anywhere. They're going nowhere. So in that music, they talk about he should have come up with policy to fight drugs. And we know what happened in the first 3 months of their presidency. The DEA, the Liberia Drugs Group, went into disarray. Yeah, they went to the derailed. So what happened now? Burka decided there should have been an investigation. But after 6 months of that incident, today we've been told that this guy, A.B. Clomar, have now been dismissed. But nobody knows the outcome of that investigation. There were 3 persons suspended, went on an investigation, but A.B. Clomar have been dismissed from the DEA, and they have a new person. Linford, where are we heading?
Well, sometimes in Liberia, whenever we talk, people will say, give the government chance. They just took over. But Paul, imagine that the woman was pregnant for 9 months, so she was preparing that she will give birth and she will have a baby. And when she gets this baby, she will take care of the baby, and the baby will, she expects that the baby will be good. Then all of a sudden the baby is born, and the baby can't even shake. The baby can't even cry. The baby can't eat. Oh, so what type of baby is this? And this is the government. People were in opposition for all the years. They came to power with no plan. They created a big name, rescue team. And my understanding of rescue, the word rescue, is that you helping somebody is somebody who is badly in need, somebody who needs to be lifted up from certain conditions. But you come and nothing happening. You're running all over the place like no head on your shoulder. In few months, in less than a year, your government is replete with corruption. They're breaking the laws. You want to move speaker, civil servants pay. Well, maybe they're taking pay. I don't work in government, I don't know. And all this kind of thing. Your own campaign promise that in the first 100 days, 3 months, 10 days, there will be no cars stuck on major roads in Liberia. You turn around, you use $22 million quick, like this, like lightning flash. And the roads are even worse. Government say worse. So tell me, your question, where are we going? I didn't think, I'm not too sure if we're going anywhere. It seems as though we are just standing still or probably going backward. Because when you go in, Paul, when you go in, you'll be going forward. But where we are, we're not going. We are standing still or we're going behind. So we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So
and then the dismissal of A.B. Nkrumah. You know, I don't know. Probably, I understand the appointed a guy, one Anthony Suo, as the new Director General of the Drug Enforcement Agency. I don't know his background. I have not read about him. But I hope he will do a good job. Because the first group of people, the Fadiga and Nkrumah and the other guy, probably they had good intention to actually fight drugs. But it ended up the way it ended up. And if Nkrumah is gone, I don't know what will happen to Fadiga. Probably Fadiga will marry me or the other guy marry me. But we hope the new Director General Suo will do a good job. And the reason why I say we hope, Paul, Liberia is facing serious problem. In fact, we are already in serious problem. The drugs. This is a pandemic. You know, probably because because it's not contagious. It's not like how Ebola was, that if I'm sick, you my friend, you touch me, it will catch you. But this is a very serious thing. This thing is eroding the very fabric of the society. I can tell you that. Look, count the number of young people. I talk to people. I mean, Paul, to the point where in my village, they got people drink drugs. Where in my village, when we were growing up, no young boy can even touch cigarette. And in fact, this kind of cigarette they had, that little wrapper there, they touch tobacco.
Yeah.
Nobody could touch it. I mean, young boy. But all the young boys are doing drugs all over the country. Young girls are doing drugs all over the country. We're going to face a brain drain. These are people who are not even having children. Even if they have children, there's no future for them. They are doomed. They are crazy. I'm sorry to say that word, but they lost. They got no education. Then they're doing drugs. All the brain damage. So where are you going to get people from to run the country? Think about it. Think about it. Liberia is a country of young generation. So think about it. That is, young generation is damaged already. So where will we get people from? And I see people fighting over small position. Wait, time will come, Paul, in Liberia, unless, because you see the foreigners coming, the Nigerians, all the foreigners are coming in Liberia and they are smart. They want to take over our jobs. If we are not serious, if we are not smart, and we open door policy thing, let the people come in. These people are going to, that's why they're pumping the drugs into our country. That's why the foreigners are pumping the drugs into our country, destroy our young people, and they will take over. If we are not careful.
So
I want
Linford.
to sound.
Yeah. So Linford.
Mhm.
We can't put a blame on the foreigners. Let's put a blame on our leaders.
Of course.
The reason why I'm saying this, you call it a pandemic, right?
Yeah, it is.
When you see a lot of young people, the young people in Liberia, they more than all the generation, our generation probably less. And these children, they graduate from high school, from college, there's no job. Now, young man in his 30s or 20s in relationship, get some girl pregnant, have a child, no job. Pressure built on him. He's confused. This is what in the old days, our dads and team would die from heart attack, because of pressure. Young man in that situation, he gets so frustrated. What does he do? He tend to drugs. Young girls in situation like that in Liberia, what do? They tend to prostitution. So if a government that is not focused on the people that they lead, that's what you get in a country. So the way just 10 months, or we're in 11 months now of this government that have shown no indication of how the country is going to be better in the next 2 years. So what do you expect if you call somebody today in Liberia and say, ha, the other government here is rough? So tell me, for Christ's sake, the use of drugs will increase. The young girls will turn to prostitution for survival. This is complete chaos in Liberia. And when you talk about foreigners coming in, we cannot blame them. It's the people that we let. Look at the representative that's supposed to help do something. They're giving them $15,000 each to go remove speaker. Now they're sitting now in a hotel. Somebody is feeding them, paying hotel bill. What sort of country is that? So we are not serious, to be honest. So replacing this guy, bringing another person, good. Let's see what that person will do. To fight drugs in any country, it requires money. And the DEA, their budget is low. We know the speaker get big fat budget, the president get big fat budget, the vice president, but the places the money's ought to go, they get low budget. So how are they going to fight drugs and rehabilitate the young people? There is no plan in place. So we are doomed.
And I listen to most of the young people, and they always say there is no hope for them. And in every country, especially for those of us who live outside of Liberia, we see how the people prioritize their young people. Because the future of the country lies with the young people. No, we are in our 50s, 60s, and whatever. We've done our part. The young people are the ones that will take our place when we are not here. So if they are not prepared, or if we do not prepare them, how do we expect that this country will survive? That you will elect one group of people all the time, and this same group of people will not even pay attention to anything for the benefit of the country, but for themselves. You got a group of lawmakers who want to remove their own lawmaker when the executives have been breaking so many laws, they can never even hold the feet of the executive to the fire.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But they will go after their own person.
Yeah, my brother.
And one Joe Blow, who was just poor boy in the community, people thought he would do better. They elected him. The cars that he would not have riding, he's riding here now. You got to back out for him 2 times for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? So these guys think they take the Liberian people for granted. And this, Paul, when we were growing up on the Papas, you know that's the seat of government, the capital right there, the mansion right there. Mm-hmm. I remember when this LEG used to be coming, this was called the LEG, when they come in, REP.
Yeah.
You see that black lesson play with the 2 flares, the Liberian flag and the country flag waving. I mean, chill bone will come on your skin. But where you got all the bapless, yeah, and some of the guys did not even see what we saw. Because Paul, let me tell you, if you make me representative, I will live by example. When I will see a Richard A. Henry's car coming, James A. Pierre car coming as Chief Justice. When I will see these guys, I live on the Papa, I grew up there. When those guys are coming, yeah, man, when those guys are coming, we're afraid. But when you have one late Joe Blow from West Point who were getting high, and because his friends knew him, they voted for him, and he became representative, he even know. They don't know. No, ask some of these guys, ask them about Richard Henry or about any of these lawmakers that were there before. They do know.
Therefore, you've gone far. They get a lot of people from the interior that now gone to the, that's the fact. So you remember when we were growing up, what was the population of Monrovia? It was not even 400,000.
No, less.
It was far less. And the population of the country, they said, 1.5 million people.
Yeah.
So think on what I'm going to say. The people who grew up in the Montserrado area, the Monrovia area, where they saw most of those people, Civil War have killed majority. The one that you see in the house today is those one that sat down in Ganta or sat down somewhere in Saclipé or somewhere.
Even born drinking water.
Yeah, some of them born water. But the older ones.
President Jeremiah Kun, he was small, but you're selling.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. So the older ones among them, some of them were in Pliwo High School or some kind of high school in Grand Cape County. Those people came to town during the war. So the thing you're talking about Richard Henry, James A. Pierre, it will sound like utopia to those people. They don't know. They didn't see that Liberia. So I gave you a classic example here. The young boy who beat Buffer Chamber to become representative, he was a money changer. This is a guy now from money changer. He's running $40,000 car. Think on it. What do you think this guy going to do for those people? He went into the hustle. Since I came as money changer, let me make laws to help my fellow money changer. No, it's not in his interest. He part of this group that they call the majority bloc to remove COFA. So it just tells you, just what you're seeing in the old day when Richard Henry coming, you know, yes, they had no serene, but you could see the respect that those people had. But today, people that Darren Dillon will be going to where he will get police escort. Think on it. What kind of country? And that's another one. He was born in Grand Bassa County. That many here, that water they put and came to Monrovia. Even right after the coup, when Doctor over that, when people like Darren Dillon they came to town. So they never saw that kind of Liberia we saw. And this is the fact. You see?
You know, if people could come back after death, or let's say people could rise from the death and come, you know what Liberia will be like today? I said, toward them will take whip and start whipping people from that mansion. Can you imagine? Man, Paul, man, when we were, can you imagine that you will see the Capitol building? Capitol buildings will be as quiet as it can be.
Absolutely.
Hey, man. I mean, we grew up right there.
And people never saw that. This is the point I'm making. That executive mansion, when you pass into that executive mansion, the respect, you see those, the so-called people they call the EPS today, it was what they called in the SSS those days.
Yeah.
And those guys from their uniform alone, you scare.
Yeah, blue and light blue.
Yeah, their dress here look scare you. And you wouldn't find it today. You found a bunch of native people that in power, like us, we are the native people, and for them to do something for the people, they refuse to do it. And this is what we get. I want to welcome this person here. Linfo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my little brother.
This is where it is in Liberia, and you
it is what it is. And we cannot rewind time. If we were to rewind time, Paul, I would live peaceful life. I will sleep peacefully. But where our country is going is dangerous. And it just hurts my heart that the Liberia that I grew up in, the Liberia that I knew, that it is like this today. Man, where are you guys? Those of you guys that died, or old people that died, why you can't? I mean, what are we missing here? What is Liberia missing? I mean, oh Paul, you pass in front of that, you pass. In fact, when we come from the Papa, we go to every campus. You didn't even dare to pass from police station to walk to the South Capitol building because you're scared to walk on that side of the South, right? So we all be on early side.
And was so clean.
Hey man, we were talking about clean. They play red and white and blue on the South. Oh man, they
anyway, Nathan, let's spend the next 10 minutes to talk about this thing here because I remember.
Yeah.
From
we'll finish the political side and we just give you our experience.
Let's talk about Monrovia Innovate. From one way, from Jonathan, from the police before that police barrel was built, that they had an old police house over there. The place called Central. Before Dope changed Central to where it lays, there was a place that you have prisoner in there. It was interesting for people watching this. The prisoner by 4 o'clock, they used to carry their chamber to do river, to go Dombe. This is a kind of like that. And if those prisoners that could swim, they go Dombe and do, we're happy, they'll join the do river and escape. And of course they'll escape. But I'm trying to say this, that those days when you're walking around there, the place was so peaceful. And it would terrify you as a young person walking that area. When you even see a police officer, you scared because you know the police, they have that respect. They demand respect. So you see police, you scared to even pass.
For
now, the Liberia flare, but around 4:30 when they bring in the flag down, everyone stop. Even if you traffic, you stop until that flag comes down before you pass. That's how the place was restricted. You see, and we pledge allegiance to that flag when you're coming down. If you in uniform, you have to salute. If you just ordinary person, you have to put your hand on your chest until that flag comes down. That was the Liberia. So all of the country guys that have come to the city after the war, these are the people now in the so-called House, the senator. These are all villagers that have no idea how a country should run. And these are the people that, and we expect Liberia to be a good Liberia. No, people saw nothing. So the very people there that will travel to Ghana and say, oh, Ghana beautiful. But that's how Liberia looking.
No,
they just don't get it.
Monrovia, the Monrovia people walking up and down today, it was for special people. I mean, that when you come from Monrovia those days, you go by in the interior, you are respected. And I will tell you the reason why. Because Monrovia was not just for anybody. You got to have something to do in Monrovia before you be there.
Yeah.
You talk about the police barracks, right? There's a police barrack opposite the SDA mission, the SDA school there on Ken Johnson Road.
Yeah, Paris Street.
Paris Street. Okay. My uncle was a nurse in the SSS. So he was living in a police barrack. And because of that, my uncle, who was a nurse in the SSS, I entered the executive mansion for the very first time. Paul, when I entered the executive mansion for the very first time, on the ground floor, under there, the smell that I smell from there is staying in my nose. I can never forget it. That it was extra. Yeah. Just walking in a yard, the quietude, the cleanliness. They used to have that pound in front of the executive mansion. And poor man, no, life is gone. Then, when you talk about Flare Day, August 24, when we were drilling, you gotta go get the ass back to the mansion. And what are all those things happening? So people do appreciate anything anymore because they don't know what it was. That in my memory with the police station, that small police station they used to have, every day we're in that police station as young boys growing up. Because we used to go to Temple of Justice, that night they install elevator. So we used to go ride the elevator. They're going up and down. And they have one guy operating the elevator. So the guy will arrest us and tie our shirt together. 2-3 men shirt together. We can't run away. The police guy will carry off. And the girl, the tire will be pushing the tire up, giving push up. All the thing, it was joyful. You know, then we'll come and say, yeah, my man, we're riding the elevator today. Yeah, we went to the police station. You know, but nowadays, you got all the young boys smoking, they killing each other. Those days, when we see Day Battle, will run. In fact, when somebody die around the community, like when somebody die, we can't go there. But Day Battle now laying in the streets of Montreal, that's only for small children to go see. People passing by, hey, God, what happened to our Montreal, Liberia? And Paul, you know, all we can hope for is that things will get better, but I don't see anything getting better because things are getting worse. I watched a movie in 2006 in America. It's called Idiocracy, and exactly what was in that movie is what we see today all around the world, not only in Liberia, all around the world. People are becoming idiots, and people will become more idiotic, and the world will come to an end, and probably some kind of way it will stop. Because one crazy guy will just press on that stupid button, and everything will close. And trust me, what I'm telling you, it's not going to be our time. It's not going to be the time of our children, but it will happen. One guy, somebody somewhere, will press one button, and everything will close up. Especially in this technology age, where they even want to transform people. There's a program somewhere, I don't want to name, where they put in chips behind people's ear or on your wrist. If your cell phone will ring, all you need to do, you press that chip, and you can answer the phone, and you go in. Can you imagine? You are mute, Paul.
I saw the documentary happening right in Sweden.
I didn't want to call it, but at least you call it.
They put the chips in your wrist. It's not hidden. So you just go press phone. That's your telephone. You have it there. Your bank card is all there, so nobody can take it from you. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, so it's the way the world is moving forward. Anyway, Linford, we have a very good show. Let's close up, brother.
So we want to say thank you very much for those of you who are watching. Father Joshua said it was his first time coming. Father, we wanted to make this place your home. Just in case you're still listening, of course, Lucretia is one of our panelists here. So we want to say welcome to David McGill. I want to believe that this is one of the first time viewers here, or he's there in Rwanda, and our own brother Oliver Chia, and also my brother Alan, but he said his name is Amelia. But it was a great show. We want to say thanks to each and every one of you for watching, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is our official show. Tonight was just an emergency show. Like we always say, that whenever anything important happens, we'll come back. Even as we're closing now, if we just hear some big breaking news that Fanatic cover have been removed, we'll come back. Or if we hear that, the people have agreed that Fanatic cover, So Paul, this whole week is going to be a busy week for us. Tomorrow is going to be the biggest of all, where the Supreme Court's mandate is expected to be carried out, or the protest. So tomorrow will be active, and so good that tomorrow is our official day to come on. Yeah. So we'll be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern European time, 7 o'clock Liberian time. It's 7 o'clock because we carry time about. Yeah.
No, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock UK and 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's 8 o'clock Liberian time.
8 o'clock Liberian time, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be here tomorrow, and you can join us. Let's have another interesting discussions, and we hope the government will get back on course, because this thing nearly caused some big problem for the government. Where lawmakers are not going to work. I mean, they are divided and all these things. But Paul, it was a good show. I want to say thank you very much also for creating the opportunity for us to be here. Take us home.
Okay,
I like our song. I like our song, the new song that Obos was singing.
Oh, the Joseph Barker song?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play it tomorrow. So we'll say good night to our viewers, and great to have you all here. See you all by tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening.
boy.
If we're pregnant, speak up.
Sexy.
Only records, yeah. Now you better liquor on I tell what you want you to don't can show yourself. Got plenty dancing, now you dancing, you get copy, I say don't can show yourself. You using Shani, Mr. Chani, I say don't never don't can show yourself. You say you young boy, your sling on a papa bob, I say don't can show yourself. You don't get money, you want eat shawarma, eat some pizza, don't can show yourself.